Wine About the Market, where we don't really whine about the real estate market, but we do drink wine and talk about all things real estate. Cheers, Julie.
Cheers. And actually, today, in celebration of Valentine's month,
Yes.
we are drinking champagne.
And I'm wearing my hearts.
And I'm wearing red, in case you couldn't tell.
In honor of the month of love in February.
That's right. So this month for Wine About the Market, a lot of times we talk about data or we interview people doing interesting things, but because it's the month of love, we're going to talk about why we love where we live.
And why we love living in Idaho.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Liz, you start. Tell us why. Why do you love where you live?
I love where I live because I have great proximity to Hyde Park, the foothills out in Holes Gulch, and I can walk downtown or I could ride my bike. I can go hiking in a split second. Beautiful sidewalks and trees are in my neighborhood. It's just a great community vibe.
Yeah. You also have a very big dog.
I do have a very big dog.
So it's a great spot for him to get exercise.
Yeah, totally. Winston's my Bernese mountain dog, and he doesn't mind the hills, and he loves to get out and walk and meet all the neighbors.
And the beauty of it is you can take him for a walk and then he can pull you home.
That's right.
Uphill.
That's right.
So for those who don't know, Liz and I actually live in the same neighborhood. So we're both in the foothills. And so hiking, biking, it's all such a great part of living in the foothills. The hard part is at some point, you got to climb uphill. So whether you start uphill or you finish uphill, there's an uphill in your walk or your bike ride.
Yeah.
So, but foothills trail system here in Boise in the Treasure Valley, we have the Ridge to Rivers.
Yes.
Trail system. I don't know, 220 miles of trails. It's something enormous.
Could be out there all day if you wanted.
That's right. Exactly. You could go forever. And so one more thing that we love about the Treasure Valley, also like for me, not just specific to our neighborhood, but living in Boise, we have the Boise River right through the middle of town.
I know. So on really hot days, I tend to go down and walk along the river on the green belt.
Yeah, it's shaded. That's right. But you can fly fish right in the river. Right. You can float the river. In fact, one of the things we're just getting ready to move into spring. Good thing. And one of the neat things about springtime in Boise or in Ada County or even Canyon County is that you could actually go up to Bogus Basin to the ski area. You could ski in the morning and then you could play 9 holes of golf in the afternoon, all in one day.
Yeah.
And if you're super hardcore, you could ski in the morning, fish in the afternoon, and then play around golf in the late afternoon. Yeah. So much is offered here if you like to be outdoors.
Yes. And I also love water sports. So Lucky Peak is a great spot to go wake surfing or water skiing, floating and fishing.
Right.
Same with McCall is just 2.5 hours away.
Right.
For the same activities.
Oh, another thing I'm thinking about here in our neighborhood, but in many neighborhoods, and people are doing more and more, pickleball.
Pickleball, right?
Yes.
We just got 2 new pickleball courts.
Right. So we've had 3 tennis courts in our neighborhood.
Right.
And different locations throughout the neighborhood. Nobody was ever on the tennis courts. Now the pickleball is a thing. They're used all the time.
Used all the time.
Yes.
And we do have great parks in our neighborhood.
We do.
When the kids were little, it was always fun.
In fact, another fun fact about Boise is that one of the things that our mayor has tried to do is to ensure that, and it's our mayor and our city council, but ensure that every resident of Boise is within a 10-minute walk of a park.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I could be making this up. But I think it's true. Yeah. I think that is a goal for the city, is to have every resident of the community be within 10 minutes of walking of a park. Yeah. And I think we're pretty darn close.
We are close. Well, we've got a city park in our neighborhood.
Yes, we do.
It's got the Kristen Armstrong Park, and it's got like a little mountain bike
trail.
trail for all the kids who are learning on a mountain bike. It's actually super cool for them to ride along, see little tots riding around.
Right. And that reminds me, you mentioned Kristen Armstrong Park, but another cool thing about Boise is that our park system, many of the parks are named after famous women.
Oh yeah,
in the community.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I mean, I won't be able to name them all, but we actually have almost like a ribbon of parks along the Boise River that are all named after prominent women in the community.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yep. And one of the parks that has the Whitewater Park. So
Oh yeah, Esther Simplot Park.
Yeah.
That's right. Has a artificial wave.
Right. So you can actually surf it.
Yes. Actually, one of my boys has gone and done that.
Yeah.
And said it's really fun. So, I mean, I feel like we could go on and on and on about all the different offerings in the communities.
So, we've talked a lot about the outdoors because Idahoans love to be outside.
That's right.
And we are blessed with these beautiful long days in the summer. We can be out and enjoying until 10 o'clock at night. But what we also have is as we're growing, we're getting some fabulous culture and
Yes.
restaurants. We have 2 Michelin star chefs here in
Yeah,
Boise.
which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Some really good food offerings. We're starting to gain a little bit there.
Yeah, yeah. After 32 years, it's finally
About dark time.
a bit. Yeah.
Well, it's been so fun for us to take a little break with our Wine About the Market, to just talk about why we love where we live. We hope that you love where you live too.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
you know who to call.
Call us, because we will help you find a place that you truly do love. Cheers to you. Cheers.